Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory. Now, with this episode, we're gonna be doing a quick little recap for the first weekend league of FIFA 21. On your screen, you're gonna see the final 8 games of FUT Champs, which I played on Monday. Now just a quick recap for how the weekend league went. Right, on Friday we started off really well, right? 10-1. Even the one loss we took was on penalties. It was a game that it's easier said than done, but it was a game that I should have won, right? It was I completely dominated the guy first half, second half. He only took it to extra time because he scored an equalizer in 88th minute. And yeah, it was a very tough loss to take, but to end the day on 10-1, obviously going into the weekend league, the target was always high elite, elite 2, whatever, right? Build on that for the week after. 10-1 is on course for elite. It's the perfect start, really. Not really a perfect start, because perfect start would be 10-0, but it is a very good start, right? It's as good as it gets. That's not undefeated. Going into Sunday, however, we started off the night very well. I was 14-1, and I played a guy that was not really great, but it was the first game of the night where I felt like the gameplay was very slow. I'll tell you this, and I've said this on stream earlier, I have not had any connection issues on FIFA, not just this FIFA, but for the past 3 months of FIFA, like the last 3 months of FIFA 20, I have not had any issues because they've added a server in London, and ever since then I've had no delay and no connection issues. Everything was responsive. Any sort of connection issues was always on my part, and yeah, it was a very strange experience to have that, because I've not experienced that sort of gameplay since the game's come out, basically. And yeah, I did struggle, and I ended up taking a loss that, again, it did get to me, and that's one of the things that I need to focus on to improve. A lot of times when I take a loss that I feel I shouldn't have taken, it does just bring me down so much that I feel like, yo, this is it just frustrates me, because I'm naturally very competitive, and so me taking an L that to somebody that I know I could have beaten on another day or another game easily, it's so frustrating that it just stays in my head and going into next game and the game after. And that's exactly what happened. Instead of me taking a break, like I always tell people to, if they take a loss that they felt like they shouldn't have taken, at least a 20-minute break. It's just not good, right? And that's what happened. I didn't listen to my own advice. I went into a game straight after and I took another loss, and then I went to a game straight after that and I took another loss. So 3 L's, went from 14-1, right, to freaking 14-4. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. After that, I was just thought, oh man, let me just I was very frustrated. So I went into another game, I won that, and I ended up finishing on 17-5. So going into Monday, I was on 17-5, as you saw earlier, and yeah, I had 8 games left. I needed to win 6 to get elite, and yeah, well, as you can see, this game I was 19-6, and I think I do score. Yeah, I score with Promes. Like this guy, I was I could not, this is what I mean. On Monday, I thought the gameplay on Sunday was bad. Monday, let me tell you, man, it wasn't just slow, heavy, MUT champs. No. It was delay. There was a 2-second delay with my players, my passes, everything. I felt like I couldn't control my players. I couldn't move on my players. It was so strange. It was the game, it was the worst gameplay I've had in nearly a year of FIFA, honestly. It was just bad. And with that game that you just saw, it took me to extra time to be able to actually just break the guy down and finally connect a couple, like more than 2 passes together, and finally get the win. So we get to 20-6, and I believe I take an O in this game. Yeah, it's just one of those games. Like, here's the thing about FIFA 21, right? And people have been asking me on stream all the time, like, hey, what do you think of FIFA 21? What's your opinion? I didn't want to give my opinion in the first 2-3 weeks because, one, we didn't have, I feel like, enough time to, provide a proper judgment on the game. Didn't have FUT Champs yet. I still needed to experience more games against different quality and level of players, and I can tell you that after 30 games of FUT Champs, after playing so many rival games, after over 220 games or whatever of FIFA 21, I can tell you that this game is this close of being worse than FIFA 20. I feel like without the finishing improvement in this FIFA that allows you to score more goals, this game is just not good. I've said this earlier as well. The problem is we have lowered our standards so much because of FIFA 20. FIFA 20 in general was so bad that it's lowered all of our standards. Like, our standards are so low now for what makes a good FIFA. Like, FIFA 21, everyone is like, yo, this game is good. This game is better than FIFA 20. Yeah, it is better than FIFA 20. But guess what? Being better, having a better game than FIFA 20 is not difficult, right? It's that shouldn't be where, like, our standards. Like, that's just look. Listen, I know, I sound so frustrated. I am very frustrated. I'm still frustrated, right? This is the next day, by the way, and I'm still frustrated from yesterday's experience. The main problem with this game is defending, right? I'm not talking about AI defending. I'm talking about tackling. I'm talking about blocks. I'm talking about interceptions. This game is bugged, and it needs a patch ASAP. And I know it is worrying to, ask for a patch, because we all know this game could be ruined with a patch even more. But at this point, man, I feel like this game will die even quicker than FIFA 20 if it doesn't get fixed. If the defending problems stay there, if the passing problems, if the dribbling is just as weak, I don't know. I went into this game with so much hope and optimism, and it is the hope that kills you at the end of the day. Like, I was so optimistic coming into FIFA 21, so it's kind of my fault. I shouldn't have had this much expectation, but it is what it is. There's a new patch coming out this week, so I'm hoping that patch does improve the game and I'm hoping that it sets it on the right path. But we will see. So going into this game that you see on the screen, we won it, and yeah, we go to 22-7, which means I had to win my last game to get elite. And as you can probably guess, or you probably watched it on stream, I didn't get elite. I finished on gold 1. This is the first time that I don't get elite on the first weekend league of a FIFA, believe it or not. And yeah, as you can imagine, I was so disappointed because I do have very high standards for myself. I'm a very competitive person, and to get that sort of finish is just disappointing. I know I only aim for elite. I know this is only a road to glory, etc., etc. But I just there you see that penalty that you see with Fred. I did nothing to cause that penalty. He takes a shot with Gareth Bale. My Fred does an auto block, and because Gareth Bale runs into Fred after that shot, he gets a penalty. I don't know how. This goal was Son before he got the ball there. Look at that ball roll with Timo Werner. I blocked the ball roll. The ball just bounces back, and that's the biggest problem with this FIFA. The bounce backs and the tackles are so random, man. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, man. It needs to be patched. It needs to be fixed. Here in this goal, I tried so hard to just jockey into, try and tackle his players. I couldn't. His players were so much more responsive and faster than mine. I literally could not, do anything in this game. It was like so delayed, and I don't know if it's on my part, but I don't think it is, because I always check if if my connection is dropping, and it wasn't. It was fine. And you know, this is the first time I experienced this sort of gameplay in a very long time, and it was frustrating. But my approach for the next week or two will be to, you know, I'll stop, you know, analyzing and being, you know, overcritical of the game. I want to try and just focus on my own game. I want to try, and it's easier said than done because it's going to be very frustrating, but I do want to just learn the game even more, improve my game, and just, you know, just focus on just getting better, right? Just focus on learning the mechanics more, making less mistakes, creating more chances, finishing more chances, and you know, spamming rivals to just, you know, just get more used to the game, because at the moment I'm just not there. From the very first day, I just didn't feel that comfortable with the game. I'm not very confident going into any sort of game against any level of players, because I don't feel like I can create enough chances. I don't feel like I can score enough chances. It's the complete opposite of where I was at with FIFA 20. FIFA 20, I felt like I could score against anybody. It don't matter who. Elite, pros, I could create chances against anybody. And that's the difference, right? In this FIFA, I feel like me creating chances is just very difficult. So I'll definitely try and work on that. Also, the team, I'll try and show it on the screen as well. The team needs to be improved. I will wait on Thursday for rewards. We'll get 200k packs, so it's not that bad. 200k packs is very that's very good if we pull something good. Obviously, we'll try and improve the team, and yeah, I mean, that's about it really. Hopefully we can only go up from here. There's no way I'm gonna get, you know, a worse rank than this. And you know what, maybe this will be a good step for us to take. Right, maybe this is a wake-up call. Right, get the fraudulence out the way, get the fraudulence finish out the way. Right, we're not gonna get you know, go back to this anymore. We're just gonna forget about it. This is like preseason, right? It's just training, first week in league. Right, we've experienced this stuff, but we're gonna try and work on it and improve. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, let me know where you finished in the first week in league, and let's hope we all get good rewards on Thursday. Yeah, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.